Hello and welcome to another Radical Red challenge run. We're doing a Psychic run this time, and our team is Mega Metagross, Medicam, Delphox, all pretty standard movesets. We have Mr. Rime with the Focus Sash and Freezy Frost to prevent stat buffs. We've got Hatron with Magic Bounce to bounce back the Stealth Rocks, and the Iron Boulder with the Quark Drive and a pretty standard moveset. Our first battle is against Lorelei and her Ice team. We lead with Metagross and Medicam. Metagross is able to one-shot the Ninetales, and Medicam prevents Glaceon move-in with Fake Out on the first turn. The Rotom then comes in for the Ninetales, and we're able to get big damage off on both the Glaceon and the Rotom. Glaceon does hit us with a Blizzard, take out our Medicam. We get paralyzed by the Rotom, and then we send out our Mr. Rime. We're able to hit Freeze Dry on the Rotom as our Metagross gets paralyzed and goes down to the Blizzard. Fortunately, we do not get paralyzed by the Rotom's Thunderbolt, and we're able to live the next hit. With both mons low, we then send out Iron Boulder, who's able to get a speed boost thanks to the booster energy, finish off the Glaceon, and freeze dry the Rotom to take it out, leaving just 3 mons on the other side of the field. The first two which come out are the Baxcalibur and the Calyrex. We focus the Calyrex turn 1 because Baxcalibur always clicks Protect, and get some decent damage off. Unfortunately, the Calyrex then does take out our Mr. Rime and do massive damage to Iron Boulder. But the snow has stopped, so Mighty Cleave is now able to take it out. I do Flamethrower as well, just in case, but the Calyrex goes down. We do good damage to the Baxcalibur. Clave Rush takes us out, and we're left with Hatron and Delphox on the field. We're able to Flamethrower the Abomasnow with our Delphox, take it out in 1, and then Moonblast the Baxcalibur after it's clicked Glaive Rush to take out our Delphox. After the Delphox goes down, Hatron is able to revenge kill the Baxcalibur, and we finish off Lorelei. After Lorelei, we of course face Bruno. A bit of an easier battle, because we can hit him for super effective damage. We lead with Mr. Rime, get some big damage off on the Great Tusk, bring it down to its Focus Sash. I then go for Psychic as the Zacian switch in. We are holding the Focus Sash, so we stay in, hit Freezy Frost again to get rid of its attack buff, but we do go down the next turn to Zacian. We can now send out our Delphox, who's able to pressure the Zacian, force it out. In comes Iron Hands. We do switch out here because Metagross is our bulkiest mon and can take the hits the best. We're able to Mega Evolve. Zen Headbutt actually one-shots the Iron Hands, showing how strong Metagross is. This forces Zacian back in. I do need to preserve Metagross, so I do end up switching to Medicam, who isn't as useful in this fight. We live the hit from Zacian, get a Fake Out off, and get a Bullet Punch off to get a bit of damage off on the Zacian. We can then go... I then go into Iron Boulder. Because I don't want to go into Delphox yet, I need to preserve it for later in the fight. We don't quite have enough damage to take out the Zacian. An Iron Boulder goes down. But we brought it low enough where Bullet Punch can finish it off, and the Zacian falls. Metagross is then able to do a lot of damage to Bruno's team. Iron Head one-shots the Iron Valiant after we tank a Shadow Ball. We're then able to take out the incoming Great Tusk with Bullet Punch. The Urshifu then comes out, Zen Headbutt one-shots, and leaving just the final Mega Lucario. Unfortunately, Mega Lucario does take us out with an Aura Sphere, but we kept Delphox in the back specifically for this Mon, so we're able to send it out, outspeed, Flamethrower, and take it out, meaning Bruno is now done. Against Agatha, we lead with our Delphox. Because we have Will-O-Wisp, we know it's going to go for Taunt, so we're able to get a free Flamethrower off, and then get some free damage off on the incoming Flutter Mane. We take it down under half. I do want to keep Delphox alive, so we end up switching to Hattrem, who ends up going down to a Shadow Ball and a Psyshock. With Hattrem down, we now have a free switch. So we end up going into our Metagross, who's able to just Bullet Punch, finish off the Flutter Mane, and force in the Marshadow. We are able to tank a Spectral Thief, Zen Headbutt to bring it down to its sash. Unfortunately, Shadow Sneak does take us out afterwards, but it's so low, it doesn't really matter. We can just send out Mr. Rime, force out the Marshadow, and force in the Golden Go. We send out Delphox on the Make It Rain, take it relatively well, and thanks to the special attack drop, we're able to live the following Shadow Ball, while getting some big damage off with Flamethrower. Take out the Golden Go. In comes Gengar. I decide to just get a bit of damage off with Delphox instead of switching, and bring it down under half. Because the Gengar's so low, we can now just send out Iron Boulder to clean up the rest of the fight. We are able to outspeed, thanks to the speed boost from the booster energy. Psycho Cut takes out Gengar. In comes the Zoroark, so we Sacred Sword. We're able to also finish off the Marshadow with Psycho Cut, leaving just the remaining Chien-Pao, which Sacred Sword has more than enough to take it out in one hit. All that remains now is Lance and the champion, but first, Lance's team. Garchomp leads, we send out Medicam, switch into Hattrem to get the Magic Bounce, and bounce those Stealth Rocks to the other side of the field. We're then able to tank an Earthquake, get a Moonblast off, but I do end up preserving our Hattrem, but I might need it later in the fight. We switch into our Medicam, who's able to take the Earthquake. Okay, not great, but Fake Out can finish off the Garchomp, and leave us on 36 HP. Iron Jugulis comes out, we know it outspeeds, so we just click Bullet Punch to get a bit of damage off. After Medicam goes down, we have a free switch into Iron Boulder. Unfortunately, it does switch into Melmetal, which means our Mighty Cleave does nothing. We switch again into Metagross, because it can take the Double Iron Bash, the best out of our mons. We don't take it well, but we are able to Mega Evolve, get an Earthquake off, and then fortunately live the next hit from Melmetal on just 16 HP. We then finish it off. In comes the Salamence, and we just go for a bit of damage with Bullet Punch, because we know it's going to go for the kill. After the Salamence takes us out, we have a free switch, so we end up going to our Mr. Rhyme, who's able to click Freezy Frost, finish off the Salamence, and take out another of Lance's mon. This forces in Dialga. We once again click Freezy Frost, we outspeed, get some good damage off. Unfortunately, Flash Cannon takes us out. We're then able to get a free switch into the Delphox, get a massive Flamethrower off to get some good damage, and get Roared of Timed out. Hatchrin gets roared in. We unfortunately don't live the Flash Cannon, even after the Protect. But this means we do get another free switch, so we go back to Delphox, get another Flamethrower off, and bring the Dialga super low. Now it's just Iron Boulder's job to finish off the rest of the fight. Sacred Sword is enough to finish off the Dialga, leaving just the Iron Jugulis and the Dragonite. Because we set up the Stealth Rocks earlier, both end up going down to Mighty Cleaves, and we're able to beat our 4th member of the Elite Four. Lastly, we have the champion. He leads with his Pheromosa, we lead Medicam. We're going to Fake Out to break the Sash. We do end up predicting the switch and go for Drain Punch instead of Zen Headbutt. He goes into Yveltal, so we get some good damage off. We then Bullet Punch for some more damage. Oblivion Wing takes us out. Unfortunately, we can just send out our Iron Boulder, who's able to click Mighty Cleave, get some big damage off on the Yveltal, and go down to Dark Hole. However, we brought the Yveltal low enough where we know we can just send out Metagross to click Bullet Punch and finish it off, which we do. With the Yveltal down, that is the major threat to our team down, because that can do the most damage. The Eternatus comes out, we're able to hit a Zen Headbutt and not get burned by the Flamethrower. Bring the Eternatus low, Bullet Punch finishes it off, and that's another mon down. The champion's own Mega Metagross comes out. I end up going for Bullet Punch here, just for a bit of damage, and go down to the Fire Punch. We can then send out our Delphox, who is able to click Flamethrower twice, and finish off the Mega Metagross, leaving just the Koraidon and the Pheromosa left. We do switch into Hatchrin here, predicting the Dragon move, which we get lucky with as it goes for Dragon Claw. We then have to tank a Flare Blitz. We live on 2. Revenge Kill with Moonblast. And Hatron's done his job. The Ditto then comes out and transforms into Hatron. We protect a Scout to see what it's going for. Once we know it's going for Moonblast, we let Hatron go down to get a clean switch into our Delphox. The reason I go Delphox is because Mr. Rhyme's still holding the Focus Sash, so we're going to save it just in case we need it. 2 Flamethrowers is enough to take out the Hatron while we're in the sun. Even with the special attack drop, the Pheromosa comes back in. Fortunately, we outspeed Flamethrower, and we become the champion with our team of Psychic types. Overall, Psychic was probably one of the easier runs, mainly down to type diversity and having such a great Mega Evolution in Mega Metagross with its great typing, great stats. It made a lot of the Elite Four, honestly, quite easy. So that's the Psychic type done for Radical Red.